Hi everybody, thanks so much for taking a minute or two to watch this short video. This is something that Joe Houghton and I spoke about quite recently. We thought it was such a powerful thing to demonstrate to you or to share with you. And it's been going for quite a while. I've been using this in education for a while now, and it's such a powerful tool. It's Notebook LM and it's run by Google, or it's provided by Google. For many of our presentations on Camversation, especially the big workshops, especially the big series, people are offering optional handouts and optional guides. And these are so good for consolidating learning. When you've got quite a large number of them, for example, Joe Houghton has, I think we're up to about at least 12 on Joe Houghton's 20 series session on Lightroom. You've got a lot of data, a lot of information there. Now you can download that, you can catalog it, you can print it off, as I know many people do. But there's a really good way of bringing all of that in together using AI to make it referenceable really quickly. Okay, so what I've just done is I've opened up Notebook LM, and I have, on the left hand side where it says add source at the top, I have clicked on that and I've put all of Joe, or most of Joe Houghton's Lightroom step-by-step guides on there. And Joe produces a new guide for every single session, as does Celia and lots of other of our wonderful Camversation presenters. So here's the power. Once it's uploaded onto there, it tells you in the middle that you've got 10 sources, and it gives you a quick outline of what those 10 sources actually are. It doesn't even just have to be PDFs. You can put websites in there, Word documents, you can put absolutely anything to do with, in this case, Lightroom, or anything to do with your photography or anything in life in general. But here's where the power is. At the bottom, we've got start typing, and here we can start to ask questions of the AI that it's going to jump into those sources for to find. At the moment, it's specifically restricted to those sources on the left. So everything it's going to respond to us with is going to be based upon something that's been written in those sources, in this case, Joe Houghton's Lightroom series. So let's give it a go. First of all, I'm going to type in, what is the shortcut for crop? Gives it a couple of seconds, and then it says to quickly access the crop tool in Lightroom, press R. And then the 1 is the source file. So that says that it's actually looked into the first document for that. Really fantastic, really simple. Okay, this shortcut works from both the library and develop modules. Looks at number 1. Okay, so let's go for a little bit more advanced. What is the best way to add a preset? To add a preset in Lightroom, follow these steps. It's using predominantly source 1 again, but you can actually see at the bottom, we've got source 2. So it's starting to intercalate some of these sources now. So let's have a look at another one. Let's go for, give me a list of all of the shortcuts in, whoops, if I can spell properly, shortcuts in Lightroom. Here we go. So now I have quite a large number of shortcuts. I've got the key ones, I've got Windows, and I've got Mac equivalents, and you can see which of these are pulling from different sources. So let's go back down to that again. So we've mentioned shortcuts a couple of times. Why is setting the white balance important? Okay, so here we go. Setting the white balance looks at several of those different handouts again to give us that key information. Now this is where AI is really powerful, because if you had to go back through and look at all of those individually, it would take you quite a long time. But the power here is that you can actually leave these sources added on the left hand side, and then every time you buy a new handout from Joe or from somebody else, you can just keep putting it in there. You can keep it to be Lightroom specific, you could keep it to be Photoshop specific, or perhaps Affinity, etc. We've got guides on almost everything, or you could keep it wholly photographically oriented. Trick for me to say that. And this could be your photographic reference library, your photographic reference tool. If you've already looked at these things or downloaded these things on demand on the Camversation website, have a look at Notebook LM, give it a go, throw some of these sources up there and have a play.